Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Today, we will present our group project for subject Introducing Cybersecurity UCS422. This project is to propose how to improve company security for Skytech Sdn Bhd. In this project, we will discuss about access control, physical security, incident response planning, policy and procedure, roles and responsibilities, and Data Protection Act. Besides, we will include our executive summary, mission, vision, goals, and objective. I will introduce our team. First is Razin Azan, our software developer. The second one is me, Intan Sabrina, IT System Administrator, and Nurul Nabila, IT Engineer.
For our missions, to leading the development of a cyber ecosystem by introduce best practice of cyber and information security protections, collaboration, and efficient management strategies, and empower organizations to manage and mitigate the risk. For our visions is to focus on becoming a partner of choice for cyber and information security for clients by implementing aspects of data protections and provide best practice of cyber and information security to business and offer training to clients. Next is our objective. We have three objectives. Firstly, to ensure confidentiality of our client data, to make sure that only authorized individuals or entities can access and view confidential data. Second, to provide security awareness and training. We will educate individuals about potential cyber threats, best practice for safeguarding sensitive information, and how to respond effectively in case of security incidents. Third is to do auditing and monitoring. We will detect any suspicious activity or anomalies by enhancing the implementing intrusion detection system.
So the proposal was the company need to add a staff access card. So the only junior person that been designated in the company that can use the access without being worried someone to see the access. For the system example was using TimeTech Cloud and YS system. The second was data log system, as referred as a data log mechanism. It is a procedure that maintain a database consistency and get ready for analyze. So the data can put a security password to a particular data, and then that data can only be accessed by executive level or manager level. The third was hire junior designated staff. This was being used for the staff access card and data load system because the system was kind of hard to maintain it. The next one was in physical security, hire a security guard to secure the perimeter of the building and to ensure there were no breach. So additional of that, they can also be the person to ensure all this stated in the access control before this can be run smoothly. Next was a barcode system to be used in the warehouse system. So it can be used to record inventory by scanning the barcode on the product and sending it to the data to an inventory database. It will be used to prevent any packaging or any data loss. The next was full covered camera can be used to re-inspect any incident occur in the both building, in administration building and the warehouse building. So the camera installation can be done with perimeter security that is unclimbable fence and motion detector system for the warehouse.
Plan for achieving information security goals. Cybersecurity goals is to minimize the incident of cyber attack and data breach. The organization will set a long-term plan for cybersecurity goals for the company. The goals for cybersecurity includes: first is invest advanced perimeter defense mechanism in cybersecurity system to organizations that can improve the protection of privacy and confidential data. Second is upgrade the user authentication and access control mechanism to avoid any unauthorized access. And lastly, achieve and maintain compliance with relevant standard regulation of GDPR and DPA 2018. Assalamualaikum and hi everyone, my name is Nur Ita Sabrina. Today I will present about incident response planning. Incident response planning is the process of documented writer plan with 6 phases that helps IT personnel and incident response team to recognize and deal with a cybersecurity incident such as data breach or cyber attack. Proper process of incident response plan must involve regular updates and training. Incident response plan is important to address a suspected data that had been edited without consent at company SkyTech Sdn in a series of phases. Within each phase, there are specific areas that need to be considered. So, there is 6 incident response phases. The first one is preparation. Preparation is the first phase of incident response, which IT personnel provide guidelines for precaution of each department to implement before a destructive incident occurs. Part of this phase include IT personnel of SkyTech Sdn must ensure all employees are properly trained regarding the incident response rules and responsibility in the event of data that had been edited without consent. And the second one is identification. The second phase of incident response is identify when the incident of data breaches have been compromised. Identification can help IT personnel to spot on interruption quickly, and they can expedite the response effort and minimize the damage, saving time and money. Some questions to address is when the incident happened, how the incident discovered, who discovered the incident, and does it affect operations. The third one is containment. After discovered the source of breach, IT personnel need to contain the breach so it will not spread and damage the business data. The purpose of contain the breach is to keep the evidence that need for IT personnel to determine where the breach started and devise a plan to avoid it happen again. IT personnel also can isolate the affected devices by disconnect to any Wi-Fi or other devices. Besides, it is important to have backup data for every data in the system. During investigation of data breach, all employees can continue to work using a backup data which does not affect to run the business. The next phase is eradication. After containing the breach, IT personnel need to find the root cause of the breach and eliminate it immediately. IT personnel also need to remove any malware, and the security of the system need to be upgraded and updated. All employees also need to acknowledge about the upgraded and updated of the system so that all linked devices are safe to use. And the next is recovery. After the security system in all linked devices had been upgraded and updated, recovery is the process of restoring and returning the affected system and devices back into the business environment. At this time, it is important of IT personnel need to concern about outdated security system and running again without the fear of another breach. And the lastly is lesson learned. After all incident response plan done and the system is running back as usual, all incident response team include IT personnel will hold an after action meeting to discuss what they had learned from the incident data breach. During the meeting, they will analyze and keep all the data about the breach in the document and future reference. For the next topic is policy and procedure. Policy and procedure in cyber attack must be strictly follow requirement in General Data Protection Regulation (GDPR) and Data Protection Act in 2018. Policy and procedure must be specified and lawfully and cannot be proceed in any method that clashes with it. The next is policy and procedure need to be relevant and not extreme for those purposes. And the lastly is the most important is policy and procedure must be accurate and regularly up to date to avoid any issues.
Slide is roles and responsibility. Okay, firstly, Chief Information Security Officer (CISO). Their responsibility is to plan strategy, program, policy, and procedure to protect the organization's digital asset from information to infrastructures and more. Second, Security Manager. Their responsibility is will be in charge of directly managing the security team building and also process developing the technology stack and creating a vision for hiring. Third, security analyst. Security analyst responsibility for incident responder and incident handler to detect and investigate and respond to incidents. Lastly, IT security professionals. Their responsibility is to protect the company IT security, do specific duties such as set and implement user access controls and identity and access management system, monitoring network and application performance. Next slide is Data Protection Act. Data protection is largely designed to protect individuals from having their personal information misused, exploited, or mishandled. Firstly, personal data. This data is one of the most frequent used and fundamental terms in data protection legislation refer to any piece of information related to an identified or potentially identifiable individuals. Second, data subject. Known as the individual to which personal data refers. Third, data processor. Refer to the party responsible for performing processing your personal data or data set which can be performed either manually or with an automated system.
For the executive summary, the security is for the executive summary, the security is restricting other freedom of action result which is resistant to a possible damage, other undesired compulsion from others. And the cyber security strive to safeguard system, app, computer device, sensitive data, and financial asset of people and organization. So our mission was to lead the development of a safer cyber ecosystem by introduce best practices, and our vision was focused on becoming a partner of choice for cyber and information security for clients. The purpose for our proposed was to add staff as discard, data loss system, hire a genuine designated staff, hire a security guard, create a policy and procedure for the company, implement act, and improve roles and responsibility. Thank you.